Welcome to Destiny Tutorial Section 4. The first part I wanted to talk to you about is backing up your system. Follett recommends that your system is backed up on a daily basis. However, often this is done at the district level and it's not something that you're involved in your school. If you do need to back it up, you'll need to be sure you have additional tech support to make sure you back it up correctly. You can also go over here to this help window and click that on, and in this search window you can type in backing up system and you will see Destiny System Backups with a lot of details specifically showing you where you should back it up. But again, you need to be sure you're backing it up correctly, and you would want to be sure that tech support is assisting you with that process. Running circulation reports. To run circulation reports, you have to be logged in as a site administrator, and then you'll click on the tab that says Reports. Under Reports on the left-hand side, you will see a tab that says Library Reports. Circulation reports that you might need to run can be as broad or as narrow as you desire. One of the circulation reports you might want to know is your current checkouts and fines. So you can click that on. You can set it to run on a weekly basis or an every other week basis. You can tell it if you want things that are overdue by a certain number of days or they're due in by a certain day. You can change the dates that are due, and then you click report, or you can have it emailed to the homerooms. And then you press continue, and then you can sort your patrons. If you wanted to only run reports on a specific type of just faculty, or only classroom teachers, students, or only students within a specific grade, you can choose that. Then you say continue. And after you're sure that's what you want, when you click Run Report, a window will open. This is the Report Manager window, and it will show all the reports that you've run recently. And this is the most current one, and it says pending. You can always refresh the screen, and if it's ready, it will say completed. Another report that I like to print, I click on Library Reports and I scroll down to Statistics. Sometimes I like to know what a summary of our statistics are, or perhaps I want to know a date range and what the statistics are for that date. Each day I actually will run the statistics for that day, so I have that information that then I report out to the faculty and staff as to how many books have been circulated from the Media Center that day. I think it's just good public relations to let the staff know that these are the number of books that we're circulating in addition to all the other services that the Media Center provides. So you can go here and you can select a specific date. So let's say I wanted last Friday's statistics. Then I click on last Friday's date, March the 8th. And I say save. And then I want the range to also end on last Friday's date, and I'll say save. Then I can go down here and click Run Report. And it runs very quickly. I can refresh the list, and it's already complete. And then I can view it in a PDF, and it will tell me specifically how many books circulated that day and in what section. The next thing I want to show you is how to perform an inventory. You need to click on the tab that says Back Office. And then over on the left-hand side, you'll find a bar for inventory. And then click Start New. You'll want to name the inventory, the call numbers. If you want a specific range to narrow it, you can. Oftentimes you might not want to inventory everything in your circulation. Perhaps you don't want to do equipment at this time, or maybe you want to do the book room at a later time. So you can uncheck things that you might not want to inventory at the time. And then you say OK. And then you'll say OK again, and then you may start your inventory. If you scroll down, you'll see Collection Statistics Summary, and it tells you examines the current collection, age, and value statistics. So I'm going to click on Summary. I'm looking for the age report, so I'm going to click on Age, and again, it's going to take just a minute to get more detailed information. So here we go. This is the circulation report, and it tells me that on average, it's 2002 is our average date range, which is 11 years old, 19,796 in the collection. But remember, this does include AV, this does include book room materials, equipment, so some extra things. So I do have to take that into account. But if I was curious about any of these years, then I could click on the range, and it would show me specifically within that range that from 0 to 009, I have 49 copies with an average age of 2005. And in looking at this, it looks like these two sections here of this Dewey range are the oldest. So I might want to click that section on to find out specifically 9 of the copies are from 2000, and it's an 070. Then I might go to the shelf and I might pull those books, and I might see, are those books that we should continue to have in the Media Center, or do they need to be weeded? But if you wanted to click a new barcode for a new patron that's arrived in your school, you can click on Back Office and Manage Patrons and type in the patron's name and do a search. When the patron comes up, you click Patron Status and Print Label. And then I can just say Run Report, and it will print a barcode label for me. I can refresh the list and view the PDF. And then I can insert my label into my printer, and the barcode will be printed. If I wanted to print spine labels or book labels, I can say Library Reports again, and I can go to Spine and Pocket Labels. And let's say I have a new group of books that have been added to the Media Center in the last month, and I need to print labels for those books. I can just put in the date range that those new books have been added. I know I'm going to use Demco 10 by 10 labels. I even have the number. You can always select other spine labels that you might be particular to what you like to use, and then you say Run Report. I also do need to tell it that I want date and copy. You could always do barcode. If you knew your barcode range, you could sort it by barcode range here, and then you could type in the range. And then I'll click Run Report, and again you refresh the list and click View. So a little bit longer. So now I have my barcode spine labels, or excuse me, my spine labels ready to print, and I'll just put in the labels that I need, and press print, and they'll print off. So now I have my barcode spine labels, or excuse me, my spine labels ready to print, and I'll just put in the labels that I need and press print, and they'll print off and they're ready to go onto the books.